and welcome to a top 10 edition of the Arms Race. I'm your boy Ro, contributor for State of the U and OG member of the Orange Bowl Boys. And on the screen right now, someone I don't think needs a proper introduction. But you know what? When I think he was born, he probably rubbed elbows with Zeus, because that long, flowing, glowing. Yeah, I'm talking about the Clemson Tigers' Trevor Lawrence. And on this 3rd and 12 situation, you're going to see his quarterback prowess, his throwing capability on full display. Now, pre-snap right here in the box, UVA is hinting at pressure. Now, they're only going to bring 4 in this instance, and the Clemson Tiger offensive line does a remarkable job here picking it up. But it's who comes and who doesn't. He's going to go ahead and drop into coverage. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Everybody else is essentially dropping into coverage. Now, pre-snap, this looks a little muddled, but pre-snap, I think I have a good feeling that these guys look to be in quarters coverage. And post-snap, my post-snap window, my post-snap picture, it doesn't change, and Trevor Lawrence knows it. He's going to go ahead and try to leverage this safety right here with a route right underneath his face, and this is a remarkable throw. Goes over 2 linebackers right underneath the safety. You attacked him. That is one of the soft spots in the quarters coverage. Great job extending the chains, and Clemson goes ahead and gets a first down on a 3rd and 12. Now, not to be outdone here as well, but you're going to see this view, 3rd and 9, similar situation early in the first quarter. Now, right here, I like the combo at the top of the screen. You're running an out and up with Mike Harley, and Mark Pope is doing a dig route at the top of the screen. This is a tight window throw. This similar is over a linebacker's head right underneath a secondary defender. Look at this throw. This is a remarkable tight window throw, and this is how you extend the chains. I also got to just credit once again Rhett Lashley's ability to go ahead, because this was wide open down the sideline. And first down, great job hauling that in. This is going to be fun this week. Hang in there, top 10 edition of the Arms Race. So on this next comparison clip, we're going to go ahead and focus on both Trevor Lawrence's ability and D'Eriq King's ability to factor in the quarterback zone read. You're going to see Trevor Lawrence put the ball right in the belly right here. This is what we call the mesh point. Now, he's reading something, and he's reading right here. There is no defensive end or rush linebacker that is essentially checking him. So this is the green light for the quarterback to keep. I also like what Clemson does here at the top of the screen. They are attaching a bubble screen. So Trevor Lawrence has a couple options. Either he can give to the running back, keep it and run it himself, or he's got this kind of tertiary look off a bubble where he can go ahead and start to run and then throw this out there. So hard to defend, 2-by-2 look. That's what started this off. He keeps the ball. Now this is what Miami needs to contend with right here. Trevor Lawrence is a big boy. And when you go ahead and get your hands, you're going to have to make sure you wrap up this week, because if you don't, watch what could happen. Little arm tackle, he gets through. I think Trevor Lawrence's ability in the zone read and his athleticism is something that could be overlooked, but that's something you cannot overlook with this young man. He is very, very capable in this zone read type of play. Now, not to be outdone, but D'Eriq King does factor really, really well in this same type of variety of play. Here you go. Similar to Trevor Lawrence, you're going to have this right here at the mesh point. And what is he reading? He is reading this defensive end. You can see the defensive end, and D'Eriq King is astutely picking up that he's leaning and favoring to go after the running back, which he does. When he does that, D'Eriq King keeps the ball, and this is where he shines. Quick feet, just gets out, and astutely with 2 seconds left is able to step out of bounds, stop the clock, good awareness at the end of the half, and that leads to 3 points. So both quarterbacks can factor in the zone read, keep capacity. Both can rattle off 10-yard runs in a heartbeat. Should be fun this week. So I wanted to highlight 2 deep touchdowns, both for different reasons. In this case, Trevor Lawrence has all the time in the world to step up in the pocket and operate. And the reason why I wanted to highlight this one, because that's surgical. You give him time, he's going to make throws like that. Surgical, on the money, perfectly thrown ball. Now, D'Eriq King. This is why I wanted to highlight this. Doesn't necessarily have the same amount of time that Trevor Lawrence had on this play. And this was a hard sell for Will Mallory, who, by the way, is one-on-one with a defensive end and does a great job here to go ahead and give D'Eriq King just enough time. But you know what? This man can take a shot, which he does, and still deliver balls like this. Bang. In these back-to-back clips, you're going to appreciate the quarterback play of both Trevor Lawrence and De'Aaron King, their ability to go ahead and not flinch at the sight of some post-snap picture changes, and their ability to go ahead and scan the field and find the open guy. In this case, UVA, right before the snap, they're trying to change this picture. They're bringing this defender right into the middle of the box, and he's immediately going to go ahead and drop back out. Trevor Lawrence, good job identifying that. Now, something else that I like that Trevor does here, out of this empty set, your hot concepts were right here. Nice horizontal pressure. You basically got everything. Your checkdowns in the middle of the field, and right here at the top of the screen, here are your underneath routes, just in case they brought pressure and you needed a hot and now throw. Trevor, very comfortable in the pocket, is scanning. He's going to go ahead and settle on a corner route at the bottom of the screen when they ran smash. Great, perfectly thrown ball. And this is when you're going to go ahead and appreciate Trevor's ability to scan the field. Look at it from left to right. There's the throw. Perfect. Good job. Good side adjustment by the corner route here. Didn't take it upfield. Ran it a little bit more flat to stay away from the safety. Okay, great job. Now over to De'Aaron King. De'Aaron King's ability right here. You're going to see Florida State. They are once again trying to change the sight picture. They're trying to change this up on 3rd and 5. They're going to walk somebody down late, and there it is right here. When this happens, De'Aaron King, same thing, scanning the field, finds it open in the middle of the field, touchdown, first one of the night for the Hurricanes, and bang. But once again, look at it from this view right here. De'Aaron King, he's going to go ahead and open and scan, right? Nothing's there, comes across the field, immediately finds this open receiver. And that's what I liked about De'Aaron King on this play. He was scanning. Once he saw the hot and now, there it is, perfectly thrown ball right into the Red Sea. Great job on both these individuals to go ahead, and you can see their experience playing dividends because even some post-snap picture change didn't affect these two on this play. With both of these quarterbacks, you run the risk every time you blitz for a big chunk yard by their feet in the ground game. In this case, UVA, man one, here's your single high safety. Everybody else is going to go ahead and man up across the screen. Now, when this twist doesn't get home, you're going to see Trevor Lawrence astutely picks up on this running window. Backs are turned. He turns into a runner, and first down. Once again, UVA, early on in the first half, is not getting Clemson off the field on 3rd down situations. That was a 3rd and 6. Now, bonus for the Miami Hurricanes, because do you remember this play right here? This play against Louisville, second play out of the second half, right? We're going to circle the guys that make the mistakes. There you go. Guard pulls across the formation, fake the quarterback power, and look what happens. Jalen Knighton to the house, untouched, high school wide open. Well, against Florida State, and I don't know if you caught this, but they tried to do the same thing, except they were setting something up. That play from the week before, there you go, same look. Except this time, pay attention to Mark Pope. Mark Pope was running a dummy route, and that dummy route obviously probably would have gotten home on the back end. Florida State, with the delayed blitz, it gets home. But the subject matter of this clip was anytime you blitz, either traditional or delayed, you run the risk, and that's exactly what happens here. De'Aaron King erases a multiple of sins, picks up a first down on 2nd and 10. Both of these quarterbacks are very capable of extending the chains, especially when the defense thinks they have you. Both of these offenses have a reliance on the RPO. And both of these quarterbacks have a propensity to make the right pre-snap read and get the right guy the ball. In this case, I like what Clemson does here. When they go ahead and motion across the formation and bring the H-back in this variety, it's going to go ahead and put this defender right here in a bit of a box bind. You're going to see at the snap of the ball, his first step, well, it went in. He took a stutter step in. He's making sure that this isn't going to be a run. He now has a run strength set to his side. Trevor's already decided where he's going with the ball, and if you want to make things happen on these RPOs, all you have to do is get your receiver the ball in space. That's exactly what happens at the snap of the ball. Look at how much cushion there is, and Rodgers' ability is going to go ahead and take care of the rest. Now, De'Aaron King, let's go ahead a little further along in the play, and this is also a RPO, one in which the pre-snap read identifier on the stacks, which we'll get to it as we further along this play, you're going to see how this was the right read. Now, initially, look at the point of attack. Brevin Jordan right here with Williams doing a great job. Double teams all across the board here. This looks advantageous to run, But when you see all the secondary and third-level defenders behind it, you realize probably something's open. Now look at this once again. Look at the space. Mark Pope has plenty of room to operate. Easy pitch and catch. And I have season tickets, and from my vantage point, if that initial cornerback doesn't lay a hand and Mark Pope can stay in bounds, I'm like, ooh, that could have easily been a touchdown. But good things can happen when you get your playmakers the ball in space. So this is going to be the last clip of the night, and you're going to see Trevor Lawrence be quick and right, and later on you're going to see D'Eriq King be long and right, and I'll explain that when we get there. But in this case, UVA is bringing pressure from the boundary side. They're going to come up on a blitz. Perfect play call here because you're sending this to the pass strength, which is set towards the field. Quick toss right out here, quick pass to Travis Etienne. Now, I know this is a quarterback competition kind of a video series, but it's good to take note of the supporting cast, especially when you could get a forward pass back behind the line of scrimmage. This obviously is going to go for the stats for the quarterback, but you could just see his athleticism, his quickness, and bursting through the line. Great job there being quick and right. Now let's go ahead and get over to D'Eriq King, and this is what I mean by long and right. Blitz is coming. He's looking. He's reading the field. Longer look, longer reads at the defense, but you're still right in getting it to the halfback in the check down. You still have a good supporting cast with Miami. They're still going to go ahead and get plays for you down the field. This is going to be a great game. Obviously, Miami's going to be coming in not favored in this game. Early lines have it at around 14.5 to 17 points. So Miami's quite the dog in this one. But as far as this series, thank you for following along. And the winner is, yes, Hurricane fans, the winner of the arms race this week is going to be Trevor Lawrence. In a few months' time, he's going to be the #1 overall selection in the NFL draft. And from these clips alone, just a small sample size, you can see why. He has the ability to make every throw on the field. He has the moxie, he has the intelligence, and he has the athleticism to keep teams honest and make plays with his feet. So, with that being said, D'Eriq King, he had 50 touchdowns a few years ago. And let's not forget about that. And on any given Saturday, he has the capability of taking over a game and playing like a #1 overall selection. He's not going to be the #1 overall selection in an NFL draft one day. But that doesn't mean he can't stand in the ring and go toe for toe. This arms race was a pleasure.